Hi everyone, Natasha here, and around my home today I am in my office. It's Saturday evening and we've had a busy day. My daughter had a birthday party, which was lots of fun. I've got a few pies cooling that we are bringing to the church supper tomorrow. So now it's time to take a look at my planner and get some things set up for next week. So stay tuned. If you want to join me, grab your planner and we'll do some planning together, and welcome to my office. Welcome back to my home. I'm so glad you're joining me today. I have just a couple of things. This is my pen pouch from One Canoe 2, which I'm loving because it coordinates so beautifully with my planner cover from Jane's Agenda. So we'll set the pen pouch aside for now. And this is the wraparound cover in their beautiful burgundy color that is new in this vegan leather. So I've got some of the same things you might have seen before. I've added my October cover from the October Deluxe subscription box. I'm continuing to use this pomegranate notebook and just a couple of things from the sub box for October that I added as well. I like this cute little card that gives the definition for rudenėja, which is a verb. It's Lithuanian, describes the way nature and or the weather begins to feel like autumn. So I would say we've had some of that, but then also today and the next several days we're going to be in the high 80s. So that's kind of how it goes for where I live here in the Midwest. We've got this beautiful October card from the Deluxe sub box from Jane's Agenda. And then I thought this was a really pretty cover. It's got a little bit of the spooky feel going, but behind it I've put the kind of dreamy pumpkin landscape there. So we're going to flip to the week and see what we've got going on. I was trying to use a daily page, the day on 4 pages, I think it is. So like this is one of them. And what I was doing was folding it in half like that. So I did like that it gave me this side to use. I would often just have everything folded in half, and then my page marker, my this week page marker, would be in the center. So I could see my week at a glance, but then I also had my to-do list and my menu plan there. And then as I went through the week, I would just kind of flip around to the different days. But as you can see, some of these days didn't really get used. And as we go into this coming week, I already know that I think I'm just going to stick with the day or the weekly layout here. So this is the new, I think it's called the Essential Layout from Jane's Agenda. So you can get this weekly layout in the shop, and it just has, I'll show you the blank one, that'll be easier, and then we'll look at how I'm going to be setting it up. So there, oh that's right, we're going to be in a new month. Just remembered that. So I'm going to go through, this is the menu plan that came in the sub box, and I want to use that for this coming week because I know I'm going to need that. I want to do this this monthly review that's on the back of these week on 2 pages, or I think it's called a week on 4 pages because each day or each page has 2 days. So I do want to use this review as I finish up September. And then now let's go ahead and flip to October. So I've got the cozy blankets from the October Deluxe subscription box. Here's my monthly layout, which I really haven't done a whole lot on yet. So that's something else that's on my radar that I need to do today or tomorrow. You can see I've already added in some events that were appointments I didn't want to forget or time-sensitive things. And as we forward plan, that's what I love, is to be able to have at least 2 or 3 months of just the monthly layout in my planner. And that way I can make sure I'm checking our basic schedule. Now I'll go through and add more detail, but for right now, I want to lay out our week, this first week coming up. So this is how the week looks, and I already had an appointment I put in there. This is the essential layout, like I mentioned. So it does have a section on the side for a header. You've got blank lines on the bottom, a tracker for the week, your little dashboard calendar here, and then a task list there. And I will show you how I'm going to be setting mine up, but first I'm going to take these couple of pages out since I know we're going to be working on those. So as you can see from last week, I have used an hourly washi tape. I think that's from Erin Condren, and that helps me do some time blocking and some scheduling on these columns for each day. And then I've also just divided it off, and I know the bottom section I don't need for my schedule, so that's where I'm keeping my daily to-do list. And I'm finding that it is helping to have a shorter to-do list on each day, because in the end, I also have multiple to-do lists for different areas of my life. I have my Jordan Essentials business, my YouTube, my home items, and my other side job that I do. Plus, we have a homework tracker, which this has been helping me too, just to kind of keep on track and keep my daughter on task and remember to check in with her. So I think this is what I'm going to stick with again for this coming week. It feels like it gives me a really good snapshot of the week. I get to see, what we've got going on, what's been scheduled, and then it also gives me those places I need for some sort of a to-do list, but it's not as involved as a daily page. Sometimes I feel like I need a daily page, but not this week. So we're gonna set this aside. We're gonna put on a little music, and I will go through and get this coming week set up. And there we have it. My weekly setup is ready to go. So now I can go in and start plugging in things like different tasks I have. Oh, I just noticed one other thing I wanted to add were some task dots here on each of these subcategories. So what I used was this clean color dot marker, Zig clean color dot marker in Hyacinth. So that worked nicely with this. This is one of the Jane's Agenda markers that came in a set in one of the deluxe subscription boxes a few months ago. I don't know if these are still available on the website. They were for a while, but they may have been clearanced out. But it was a set of, I think, 8 or 9 markers, and this purple I liked because it was a nice light shade that was pretty transparent, so it was easy to see text through it. And I think that's all I used, was just these 2. And then of course my Friction 4-color pen. I love having the erasable feature with the Friction pens. I also keep one on hand that is a 3-color, and what I've done is use different refills in here. So the red is actually kind of a burgundy or maroon shade. The blue is more of a teal or aqua shade, and that's what I use for any of my daughter's events. And then the black is a 0.4 instead of what's in here, which is a 0.5. I also used my mono drawing pen just to make these permanent lines to divide out my task list, my priority list, and then a Friction pen in red for my YouTube videos that'll be going up. So let's pop these pages back in my planner, and that way I feel like I can jump into the week. My mom is having surgery, so I do feel like, I have some kind of big things going on that I want to make sure that I'm prepped and ready for the week so that I can be there to help her as she is coming home and recovering and doing all of that. So this gives me a good framework to go from, and then I can just fill in as we go through the week. So I'm gonna swap out some of my current markers for those purple shades, and this is the bookmark that came in the October box. I'm not sure if I'm going to use that or stick with my bookmark here, because I do like having my errands list and my contacts list on here. So this is the hybrid dashboard from Jane's Agenda. So even though this is a pretty fall bookmark, I think I'm going to stick with this one for October, because I like being able to quickly see anything I have going on. So I probably will keep using this errands list, but I need to update my contacts list with a fresh one and transfer anything that I'm going to keep. And then the stuff that's done, of course, will just drop off, but I always keep some extras on the back here So if I need to make a note at some point, I can do that. So that is my weekly setup in my Jane's Agenda classic size planner. And as I mentioned, these are the essential weekly layouts, which are now available in the shop. So if you have any questions, drop them in the comments down below. Other than that, I will be back on Tuesday for my Tiny Tidy Tuesday video, of course. I'm continuing to declutter my basement. It's feeling so much better down there. I still have a long way to go, but it just feels like I've finally made kind of a turn in the right direction, and I can see my progress really well, which is helping me keep going. Of course, on Friday, I'll be back for my Beautifully Organized in 52 Weeks video. And on Sunday, we'll have another planning video. And don't forget, as you're watching this today, the other video that came out, because it's October 1st, is my Jordan Essentials Joyful Jordan unboxing video. So you get to see what goodies are in the October Joyful Jordan box. It's another really good one, so I highly recommend you check it out. Other than that, don't forget to subscribe and hit the like button on your way out if you enjoy these kinds of videos. Thanks for joining me. Have a good one, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.